Hi, I'm Alan Hills, and welcome to the College of St. Rose's movie review and discussion podcast series, Cutting to the Chase, brought to you by the Campus Radio Club, Radio St. Rose. Since it's Valentine's Day, I know it won't be Valentine's Day when this episode is released, but since it is Valentine's Day, I wanted to do a podcast about rom-coms and, talk a little bit about that genre and talk about my favorite rom-coms and maybe talk about other rom-coms off the top of my head, and also with a special guest. And it's not going to be limited to movies. We might also talk about TV shows or any other form of media, so we'll see how that goes. And I have a very special guest with me today. She's a communications major here at St. Rose with a concentration in PR and advertising, and in fact, she is the newly elected president of St. Rose's PR and Advertising Club. I just went to my first meeting last night. She does a great job running it. I'm super excited to have her here right now. She is Audrey Moulton. Hey, Audrey, thank you for being here, and happy Valentine's Day.
Of course, happy Valentine's Day.
So, is there any, Valentine's Day programming that you're into, any movies or TV? How do you like to celebrate media-wise? A curiosity. I'm mostly, in the movie department, not so much music, but, how do you...
Media-wise, I'd say that I really like to focus on YouTube.
Nice.
I follow a lot of what would it be? Vloggers, and
Yeah.
they always post, Valentine's Day lookbooks and all that stuff, but... what I do is just sit in my bed and watch the vlogs. So that's my Valentine's Day, to be honest.
No, that's definitely suitable. But yeah, I'm huge on the movie department. There are only maybe 6 or 7 rom-coms that I truly and genuinely like and could watch every day for the rest of my life. And it's a strange thing, all of them are before the year 2009, so not a lot of them are really recent, but they're really nice all the same, and so I like to go through them in chronological order a lot of the time, especially when I'm doing pieces of media like this. One of my all-time favorites is from 1994. I don't know if you've seen Father of the Bride at all.
I have not, actually.
That's a really good movie. It's with Steve Martin and Diane Keaton. Kimberly Williams Paisley is the daughter, and the thing is, it's one of Steve Martin's best roles because, Steve Martin, he's funniest, when he's a jerk. He's funniest when he's a jerk, and he can't get over his daughter's wedding. But still, the movie is produced by, have you heard of Nancy Meyers by chance?
I have not.
I'm
not a big film person.
Yeah, she's a big director in Hollywood. She's written some of the most successful rom-coms over the years, The Holiday or Something's Gotta Give, or all those really successful, sophisticated rom-coms. But Father of the Bride is suitable in that way because it's essentially a wedding film, and every shot speaks wedding. Even the look of the family house in that film looks like a wedding business. Every shot in that movie looks really nice, and that's why I think it's suitable for this holiday. Because as a filmmaker, I appreciate that feel. I don't know if you heard of it or seen any parts of it, but
I haven't. But from you telling me that the house and a lot of the parts of the movie look like wedding things,
yeah,
I'm definitely interested in watching it, seeing as I do want to be a wedding planner. So
you do?
Maybe
Oh my God!
Yeah, I do.
No, that would be so
maybe
great.
I'll have to watch it.
Yeah, and I believe the house still exists. It's either in New Jersey or Virginia, but yeah, the house still exists somewhere. I think they just put it up for sale for millions of dollars, and someone just bought it. But yeah, the look of the movie, is just really nice.
Mm-hmm.
But have you made any preparations for your wedding planning career? How did that start? Tell me a little bit about that.
Honestly, I don't know how it started. When I decided to come to St. Rose and what I wanted to major in, I was like, Mom, I'm going to go for communications because I'm really good at talking. And she was like, honey, that's not it. That's not what communications is. And then I was like, oh, yeah, you're right. And then I looked further into it, and I at first wanted to be a journalist.
Oh.
And then, because I loved writing. And then I found out that journalism isn't the same as creative writing. So then I switched my concentration to PR, and I've loved it ever since. And then I just decided that I love planning events because that's what I get to do in PR club. And then I don't know, I wanted to either do weddings or I want to do things with environmental protection and stuff.
Oh, nice. Yeah. A wedding planner sounds like a very fun profession. I think you'd make a lot of money off of it.
Absolutely.
Not that it is about the money, but weddings are
Sometimes it is, though.
Yeah, but weddings are very special events to plan. In terms of communications, they need videographers for weddings and stuff like that. People sometimes like to have their, weddings advertised a little bit if they're that obsessive. But but a wedding planner is definitely a fun profession. Communications is a part of it, and I highly recommend that you watch the movie The Wedding Planner. Have you seen that?
Who is in it?
It's Jennifer Lopez and Matthew McConaughey. Very funny rom-com. It's very famous, too.
I definitely have. It sounds wicked familiar.
It's very funny. Jennifer Lopez, she plays a very successful wedding planner who has a very unromantic life. She meets Matthew McConaughey, but...
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I've seen it.
Oh, you have? Great. Yeah, she finds out he's engaged, and then it's just mayhem from there. It is a classic
So
rom-com.
funny.
I can't believe I didn't add that to my list. That is one that I really like a lot,
Yeah.
but yeah.
I haven't seen that in forever, though. Oh, my God. That movie is good.
Yeah, it is.
good.
It's really good. It's really good, yeah. But yeah, I really hope you succeed as a wedding planner. I think that'd be
Thank
really
you.
fun, yeah. And
You
so...
ever get married, I'll plan your wedding.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. But so yeah, another rom-com that I like, I'm going to keep it going in chronological order. It's not that famous, especially, the people our age, but I learned about it from my parents. It is fairly famous in the rom-com genre. It's from 1994. It's called One Fine Day. Heard of that by chance?
Mm-mm.
It's with Michelle Pfeiffer and George Clooney, two legendary actors. And what's interesting about that movie, it's a more realistic kind of comedy as opposed to, the romance element. They both play single parents that try and take their kids to school and balance their jobs during like one busy day in New York City, and they just keep running into each other throughout the course of just this one day. So the way that they do that is really interesting because it has kind of like a realism to it that's just, kind of inspiring when it comes to that stress, and them finding each other is just a nice result of all that stress. But I definitely recommend that one. It's funny and it's really nice, and that's one I really like.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think many people are familiar with this one, but I still see it in the stores a lot. I grew up watching it. Have you heard of Kate and Leopold by chance from 2001?
I have not. All of these I have never even heard of, and I feel so bad.
No, don't feel bad at all. The cool thing about Kate and Leopold is that it has a little time travel storyline put into it. So the male lead is Hugh Jackman. He's an 18th century duke. And how do you pronounce this guy's name? Liev Schreiber, the guy from Ray Donovan?
Once again, I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I'm just going to say Liev Schreiber, great actor, but he plays a time traveler from, 21st century New York, and he accidentally brings Leopold back forward in time with him. Meg Ryan plays an advertising executive, and they eventually cross paths, and the love story continues from there. But the thing is, it's this nice blend of, old meets new world, and the way that they film it and the way that they direct it is, like, super charming. And also Sting does a great song for the movie that I think won a Golden Globe. So for that reason alone, that movie is pretty nice. I highly recommend it. It has a nice New York feel, especially when it's, like, new world meets old world.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really nice. Hugh Jackman and Meg Ryan, that's such an unlikely pairing if you think about it.
Yeah.
It really is, but that's a movie I like a lot in general. And so to keep going down the line, my next favorite is in 2005. Of course, there's Hitch with Will Smith. I don't know if you've seen that at all. That is
Movies are not my forte. Wow, I'm now realizing that I need to watch more movies.
Yeah,
because
no.
I have never even heard of half of these.
You seen any Will Smith at all by chance? I'm sure you've seen him in some things. He's like super great.
Yeah, he's in some like zombie movie, right?
Oh yeah, I Am Legend.
Yes,
Yeah,
that movie is good.
That's
a good movie.
Yeah, it is. Classic movie. I could talk a little bit about that. I did see it long ago, but basically he's the last man left in New York City because they evacuated everybody else because they were trying to find a cure for cancer, and it's like turning them all into zombies. But was he just left there by himself by accident, or
I don't know.
did they intentionally leave him there?
I honestly don't know, but all I know is that I was super young when I first saw it, and then he had to kill the dog.
I know.
He had to kill the dog because
No.
it was like disease or something, and I sobbed. It
Aw.
was the saddest
I'm so
moment of my
sorry.
entire life. Like,
I'm so sorry.
but good movie. Good movie.
I know it's a great movie. He successfully finds a cure for the disease. And, in the end, it's not really that bad that he dies, because he lost his family anyway. So in the end, it's a pretty amazing movie.
Yeah.
Sometimes that post-apocalyptic theme gets a little old, and sometimes a person intentionally stays behind on Earth or is left behind for a reason. But, yeah, I can't remember why they did it in I Am Legend, but still a great movie.
Mm-hmm.
But still, Hitch is funny because it's like Will Smith at his best. He's the smooth dating consultant, and he comes across paths with Kevin James, and he's trying to win the affection of this woman, and Will Smith's name is Alex Hitchens in it, and so Hitch kind of tries to help him along the way of that. And the insightful comedy of the movie is just, really nice. And Will Smith and Kevin James work very great together because they're both, like, comedic legends. So that's why I like that movie, too. And the humor's great, and it's a nice, positive message, so that's really nice, too. But Kevin James, seen any of his work at all? He's pretty funny. He was on King of Queens for, like, 10 years. He's a pretty funny comedian. He doesn't do enough.
Is that the man who's in, like, the Paul Blart type of...
Mall Cop, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen his other stuff besides Mall Cop. And what did you just say? King of Queens?
Yeah, King of Queens was his big sitcom for like 10 years.
Yeah. I've seen that in the Mall Cop stuff, but I haven't seen him in anything else. I'm not that big of a fan, to be honest.
Yeah, no, yeah.
But, like, he's a very acquired sense of humor.
Yeah.
And that's not my forte. Like, his humor is not what I go out for when I want to.
Any other, like, celebrities or things like that make you laugh? Any kind of media programming or anything in real life in general that makes you just generally crack up? Or just wherever it happens?
It's just sort of like, I don't know, my attention span is very short.
Hmm.
Very short. So, like, maybe that's why I don't watch movies.
Yeah, to tell you the truth, my attention span is pretty short, too.
Yeah.
Sometimes in the movie, I zone out, too, so
Yeah.
it's definitely a little imperfect there. But
So,
yeah.
like, I would say that my sense of humor, like, just sort of, like, I laugh at the most random things. So, like, I guess I could think anything is funny, I guess. I don't really know how to explain it, but, like, I don't know, I laugh at random times. I think a lot of things are funny, but, like, I don't know. When people, like, I actually hate comedy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like, stand-up comedy, can't stand it.
Hmm.
Because I don't think that it's funny when people are trying to make me laugh.
Interesting.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, you want to be able to have the decision to laugh.
Yeah, like,
yeah.
I want you to naturally be funny, but not, try to make me laugh at your jokes.
Yeah, that's there's a funny show on Netflix called Very British Problems. They have these interviews with very famous British celebrities, and they go through all the social awkwardness themes of British people, and that's what they basically say. Like, don't tell me to have a nice day or don't tell me to laugh. That's up to me to decide.
Yeah.
So, and the narrator, Julie Walters, famous British actor, she says, if you have these issues, then you're suffering from very British problems.
Well, I am British, so I guess that explains.
Same here. Oh my God, same here.
I guess that
yeah.
explains it.
But yeah, I do agree with you there, Audrey. A lot of stand-up comedy is like really annoying. I really only like Jerry Seinfeld and Brian Regan, who's another Jerry Seinfeld-esque comedian.
Yes.
I know, Jerry Seinfeld's awesome.
How can you not love him, though?
I know, I love him too. You watch Seinfeld at all?
I used to a lot.
Oh my God.
Like when it was still on TV and Netflix wasn't even a thing yet. Yes.
Yeah.
So like honestly, years ago. Like I used to watch it when I was still in high school. Like I'd come home from school and then I'd sit down and watch Seinfeld.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I grew up watching parts of Seinfeld too because my dad always watched it. Now thanks to Hulu, I can watch like every single episode.
It's on Hulu?
Yeah, it is.
Perfect.
All 9 seasons. Yeah, get Hulu, watch it. It's great. But I don't think there was ever a Valentine's Day episode of Seinfeld, unfortunately. There have been Valentine's Day episodes for many other shows, but I don't think they could do that in Seinfeld. They'd probably just ruin it in some way. But yeah, Jerry Seinfeld's a comedian a person can tolerate. He'd make a joke about laughing. You know, what's the deal with laughing? You know? He would definitely do something like that. But
oh, yeah.
But I guess you and I have those British problems, and that's not a bad thing. You know, we want to be able to make things genuine, but definitely.
I always get that, though. Like, people are like, oh, like, you try and find the most genuine things within life. Like, why are you so serious about things? And I'm just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Apparently now it's because I'm British.
And that's not a bad thing, believe me, it's not. And that's the special thing about a lot of these rom-coms that I'm talking about. They are purely comedic, but they have a lot of meaningful themes that are deeper than they seem.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, definitely.
That's why I can't get too into like comedy movies or comedy shows.
Yeah.
But like rom-coms, they're different because they're not just trying to make me laugh.
Right.
You know? There's another aspect of it, and obviously because I'm a woman and all women love to watch love, I love watching rom-coms. Clearly haven't watched one in a while, but I still love it.
Yeah, no, yeah, they're great, but yeah. Yeah, so to keep on moving down the line of my lists, hopefully I can keep you interested here, but I like how we're expanding topics and talking about some real life things. There's this one rom-com that I like that was made in 2009, and it has like a long list of like actors. There's many stars, multiple stories, multiple perspectives. I think it's based on a book. I can't remember. I think it is because the book's been mentioned in other movies and TV shows. It's called He's Just Not That Into You. Have you seen that one by chance?
Oh my God, the best movie I've ever seen.
Oh my God, you've seen it.
Yes,
Great. Awesome. Yeah, so yeah, I love that movie a lot. It is a painfully factual comedy, but I like how there's multiple storylines going on. There's multiple actors, and you know, a lot of the characters know each other. A lot of them are mutual friends, but they don't try to make the movie about that. Each character has their own distinct storyline, almost. You know, do you have a favorite one? Do you have one that you find the most painful, or whatever? Like, what do you think is the most?
Like from the movie?
Yeah, the movie. What is the most? What's the best storyline from that movie? Do you think? Which one speaks out to you the most?
Honestly, all of them I can relate with.
Really?
Every single one.
Yeah, they're all very interesting. Bradley Cooper's and Scarlett Johansson's is definitely the most painful one of that. Yeah, that's
Poor
really sad
kids.
part of it. Yeah, Jennifer Goodwin's I think is the funniest because she's a great actress and she's very neurotic in the movie, which is why she's perfect for it, and that's really good. And Jennifer Aniston and Ben Affleck's I think is very basic,
Yeah.
but still interesting. And there's Kevin Connolly's and Scarlett Johansson, a little much. Drew Barrymore doesn't have enough. And she's a great actress. I definitely think she deserves a little more, but she ends up with Kevin Connolly in the end, which is great. But but Jennifer Goodwin's and Justin Long's I think is the funniest because he can't admit his feelings for her the whole time while he's helping her. But yeah, that it's just such a well-directed movie. And the way they market the movie, we're talking about advertising here. There's like a candy heart on the DVD outlook, and it's got Valentine's Day color. So people should definitely watch it for that reason. They'll have that image in mind and just watch it on Valentine's Day. You have to judge a book by its cover sometimes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sometimes. The key word there is sometimes.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I feel good that I mentioned a movie that you were able to talk
finally.
about. Yeah.
Let's keep it going. You got more?
I got one more on my list. It's from 2009. I actually got the fact wrong in my episode. I said it was 2010, and I had to bleep it out.
Oh, no.
And this one is actually Valentine's Day related. The movie is called I Hate Valentines Day. It's not that popular of a movie. It's made by a company called IFC, which are a digital cable channel that's owned by AMC. The movie stars Nia Vardalos and John Corbett, who are both in My Big Fat Greek Wedding. They both play the couple in that movie who get married.
I might have seen it.
Yeah, they play the couple in that movie who get married, and it's kind of a creative storyline. But the movie has a quirkiness that's like really frustrating, but at the end of the day, you find it funny because the jokes are somewhat meaningful. It's well acted, well directed. There's a lot of popular TV actors in it too, and that's why it's good. Nia Vardalos plays this flower shop owner who doesn't believe in commitment, ends a relationship after 5 dates until she dates a restaurateur who has trouble coping with her methods, and like some mishaps occur from there. But the movie's really quirky and it's really funny in that way, and you just can't help but laugh from it. I see why critics and audiences like hate it, but I like it. I like a lot of movies that critics don't. But still. But yeah, this is one of the few movies where Valentine's Day is, in the title. So people should definitely watch for that reason. There is a movie called Valentine's Day with an ensemble cast, just like He's Just Not That Into You, but yet I've never watched it.
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
There's like multiple people in it, and it's like supposed to be really good. But yeah, those 6 movies are like the rom coms that I could watch every day for the rest of my life. If I were stuck on a deserted island in just those movies, I'd be happy with any one of them. Say the rest of them washed away, but still, they're movies that I like a lot. And but yeah, in your experience in the College of St. Rose and advertising, have you found yourself doing a lot of this stuff for Valentine's Day? Obviously this year, but have you been doing a lot of that in the past? And if so, how successful has it been? Because the advertising part of it is exciting, and the movies aren't just the only method of that. I mean, your line of work definitely is. How has that come around for you?
In past years, I don't think that PR Club specifically has ever done anything for Valentine's Day. But this past year, we just had a fundraiser today, which, by the way, we sold absolutely everything. So that was great.
Awesome.
But, like, the advertising aspect of that, like, it's just fun to, like, make a poster that is going to attract someone's eye specifically because you use, the Valentine's Day colors, the hearts and all that stuff to draw the attention. And then, I don't know, you reach people. It's just fun. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, to tell you the truth, if I had more time here at St. Rose, which I don't because I'm a transfer student trying to graduate, but I would have a double concentration in PR and advertising because I do find it interesting, and I hope when I go to grad school I have some more opportunities to do that. But still, I'm filming new media. New media is internet, so I'm still kind of like open to those opportunities of being able to do that. But what have you heard about that? Like, what kind of opportunities do you get with this profession? Like, what offers have come up for you, and what are you considering in this line of work?
For PR?
Yeah.
Let's see. This summer, I'm trying to get an internship at the Hanover Theater.
Nice.
So that's exciting. I would pretty much be the PR director and marketing director alongside actually one of my super old best friend's mothers. So we're really close. So that would be really fun. PR Club actually just became a part of PRSSA. So we're a chapter now. And PRSSA offers us so many different opportunities. Like, there's national conferences. We have our own PRSSA advisor. Professors always reach out. There's a wedding planning I'm not even sure what you would call it, firm, I guess, here in Albany called KDO, Weddings and Events.
Oh, wow.
And Mary Alice Mulgard was talking to me about that. So I'm also going to try and get an internship there my senior year. So there's honestly like a lot of opportunities. And I'm sure there's a lot within the advertising side of it as well. But for me, I personally like don't find enjoyment in the advertising.
Oh, really? You're more PR?
Yeah. Like, I don't know. There's something about advertising that stresses me out. And I'm just,
That's valid.
like I said before, I'm all over the place. Like, my mind doesn't stay on one thing for long enough, and making a flyer is the hardest thing for me. Like, I could start it and then just leave it there for hours and then come back and then get frustrated with it and then never want to touch it again.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm super picky when it comes to creativity, and I'm surprised flyers are still a thing.
I know.
We have our phones right here with us right now. I mean,
Yeah.
we have like social media and stuff like that. A flyer's just so temporary. It's gonna go on the wall, and we're gonna rip it down and throw it in the garbage.
Yeah.
Right away afterwards.
Especially because, I went to a PRSSA conference in somewhere in New York. I don't know. From Massachusetts. Don't know this stuff. But it was like 20 minutes away. And there was a panel about a woman who is a vlogger for YouTube and has a blog and gets promotions and stuff. And then there was also people who do more traditional like type of news, like newspapers and things like that. And this one woman who was sitting at the table with me was furious because like everything's going digital, and she didn't want to admit it. And she was getting mad that the other woman, like who was the vlogger, was making money off of like sponsoring products on YouTube. And she was like, that's not ethical. But that's a whole nother like conversation that we're not going to get into because...
I know, yeah, because of the internet now, too many people are advertising the products as opposed, to the professionals who need to get paid for it. But it's funny about Kate and Leopold because Meg Ryan's character is an advertising executive, and Leopold, an 18th century duke from the past, is the only one good enough to do just a simple butter ad. You have to say, fresh, creamy butter. Is there anything more comforting? And they have all these cheesy actors who say improperly, but Hugh Jackman comes along, and it's just... fresh, creamy butter. Is there anything more comforting? So yeah, I hear you there. Advertising's pretty stressful.
Yeah, advertising, like you need a very specific view on how to do something. Like advertising also like requires a lot of creativity with learning how to design something. And that is not my forte. Like I'm not about that. Like don't get me wrong. Like obviously wedding planning involves designing. But, like, that's a complete different form of designing. Like, that's physical designs.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just more fun, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Oh, yeah, a wedding planner is, like, more of a coordinator. A wedding planner has to hire other people to design things. And, wedding cakes are a whole separate business.
Oh, my God.
So you could hire people and pay them to do other things for you. You're basically the boss. You got to coordinate things and make sure things run properly during the wedding.
That's what I love. I love being in charge.
Audrey, same here. I feel stressed out.
Everyone does, though. Everyone loves to be in charge.
No, yeah, I feel stressed out when I have to listen to someone else. I like being the boss. I like coordinating things. That's why I headline 2 shows. I want to, I want to make my guests feel comfortable, but I want to headline things, in a fun way. But yeah, PR and advertising, still sounds very fun. But I was almost going to get my master's in advertising, but now I'm not. Yeah, but now I'm not so sure because of all you just said. It can be stressful, and I think it's untimely because of the little flyers thing. But UAlbany's got a master's program in organizational communications. It's either interpersonal or organizational. And I like that because organizational, you lead an organization and you're a boss for some sort. Yeah. And it's strictly for communications and not business, So you have like master's degree plans at all? I know you're going for the wedding planner thing, but I'm just getting that
Honestly,
master's for further security.
When I first decided, actually, not even once I first decided to do communications because clearly I didn't even know what it was to begin with. But after I did my research, I was like, oh, no, I really want to go get my master's. Like, I don't know where I'm going to go. Maybe I'll go to St. Rose for my undergraduate, and then I'll go to LaSalle College in Newton.
Yeah.
Massachusetts.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Well, because I'm from Massachusetts.
Oh, nice. I've never been there.
You've never been to Massachusetts?
No, not yet. I'm trying to go to Cape Cod for years, but I want to go so bad.
The Cape. Massachusetts people call it the Cape.
The Cape. Okay,
so if
I will call it the Cape.
you ever go to Massachusetts, you walk up and you say the Cape, they'll all think you're from Massachusetts.
Nice. Yeah, but no, I've never been. But what were you saying? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're fine. What was I saying? Oh, and then I was thinking that I would go get my master's degree from LaSalle College in Newton. And then I I don't know. I wanted to live my life after I graduated from St. Rose. Like, I just want to get out there in the real world. I don't want to have to worry about any more schoolwork. Like, college is stressful, you know?
It is. It is.
Real world. I don't want to have to worry about any more schoolwork. Like, college is stressful, you know?
It is. It is.
I can only take so much of it.
Yeah, although some of it is necessary for future security, but yeah, it's very stressful.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that's why I spent so many years switching my majors. Communications made me feel like a person that could get out in the world more. You know, that's why
absolutely.
I did this. It's really fun, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But yeah, I've had fun at my production club, SRTV, and here at Radio St. Rose, and I'm so glad that I've decided to join the PR and advertising club. It's really fun.
Yeah, we're happy to have you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
We always
yeah.
love getting new members because then it brings new ideas and thoughts to the club, and it's fun to grow.
Yeah.
Like as a club,
Yeah.
and through the past like few years, I've seen like maybe not the numbers grow in the club because the club is very small, but ideas flowing, phenomenal.
Yeah, it is, yeah. And I even went outside a little bit of my comfort zone last night and volunteered to like go to a place to give out a flyer for a fundraiser. Like, okay, I'll just do Vent Fitness. And okay, it's right down the road. See, when you give yourself that faith and that confidence, you know, things work out. Because, you know, I'm not from the Albany area. I'm from up north, like Saratoga County. If you've ever been there.
Nope.
Definitely go there. Saratoga's beautiful. I highly recommend you go there, and I will go to Cape Cod one day, but yeah, going outside your comfort zone can help a lot. And I did that with switching to communications, and it's been really fun. And what year are you?
I'm a junior.
Junior, right? Yeah, you told me that the other day.
I'm trying to graduate a semester early. So when I come back next year, I'm trying to graduate like my first semester of senior year.
Yeah, even though I'm a senior, I don't technically graduate till summer.
I'm trying to graduate like my first semester of senior year.
Yeah, even though I'm a senior, I don't technically graduate till summer because film, the semester conflicted with Com 417, which is called Advanced in Media and Digital Video.
Oh, no.
Both big requirements. So I got to take a summer film class on horror films.
Yeah.
I don't know how you feel about horror films. Those aren't my favorite.
I love them.
Oh, you do?
I do.
Oh my God, I should have done a horror film podcast. Oh my God.
Do you like the Valentine's Day horror film one?
Are there any? Were there any made?
There definitely are.
Happy Death Day to You seems kind of. They always show a
That's
picture
the
of this
birthday one,
red and
though,
white
right?
cake. I don't know. I'm not an expert on
Yeah,
those.
no, I haven't seen it, but I have seen it like advertised, and it's her birthday.
Oh.
And she keeps like dying and then waking up from the dream, but it's actually her dying, and then she tries to get away from like this serial killer.
Oh.
And the new one is the same thing with her and all of her friends.
Well, you see, the advertising thing threw me off. It was a red and white cake, so I figured,
Yeah.
okay, Valentine's Day. See, advertising's hard.
Advertising is
yeah,
hard.
but,
You have
yeah.
to like make sure that you get exactly what you want to come across.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's too precise for me. Too
It is.
precise.
It is too precise, and I like how a lot of the rom-coms have advertising executive characters. But whenever you have time, I highly recommend you watch the movies I just mentioned, including The Wedding Planner, even though it wasn't originally on my list. But I highly recommend you watch these movies. You'll love them. They're great.
Okay.
Unfortunately, that's all the time we have. Audrey, thank you so much for your time. I had so much fun. Happy Valentine's Day. Thank you again. Thank you so much. Once again, I'm Alan Hills, and this has been Cutting to the Chase. Thank you for listening, and be sure to tune in next week. And happy Valentine's Day.